It is always easier to make long strides than little advances in life. I would like to share with you what I call simple code for easy wealth creation. All over the world, this code has generated many millionaires. And to proceed, I have one favorite physics principle, which states that every principle is microcosms of each other. It means that if you take a principle in any arena and put it in a different arena, it still has to be true. That means if you take a principle that is working like, say, in the transportation sector and put it in the finance sector, it still has to be true. Ever since I discovered this simple truth, I have been looking around which other sector can I put something I know that is working so I can duplicate the results. You see, I read one book titled Innovation Secret of Steve Jobs by Gallo. And in that book, Gallo said, "Thank you for watching. If this is your first time of meeting us on YouTube, kindly hit the subscribe button, share and like. I will promise to deliver more value." Now, back to the video. That the only reason Steve Jobs was able to change the world, as a matter of fact, Steve Jobs in his lifetime was a man that revolutionized 5 different industries. He revolutionized the computer industry, he revolutionized the phone industry, he revolutionized the movie industry, he revolutionized the music industry and the tablet industry. He totally turned them all on their head. Now, Gallo said that the only reason Steve Jobs was able to do that was because he had a broad understanding about the connection between seemingly unrelated things. That means when he looked at his computer, he saw a green, ugly, blinking font at the background of his computer, and immediately he remembered that he attended a graphic class in his college, and he said, "Why don't we make fonts beautiful?" That was a kind of connection that changed everything for Steve Jobs. Now, in this video, I would like to prove to you that it is easier to make a lot of money at a short period of time than it is easy to make a lot of money at a long period of time. And as a matter of fact, it's important to state that wealth is rather measured in time than it is measured in amount. Because, for example, if a person make like, say, 1 billion naira for 10 years, and another person make, say, 1 billion naira in 1 year, the person that make a billion naira in a year is 10 times richer than the person that make a billion naira in 10 years. Now, to prove this to you, I would like to give one simple illustration. Now, let's assume 2 people are set to run a race. Let's say just Peter and Paul. Oh, that reminds me of Peter and Paul, the musician, but never mind. Let's go with that example. Let's say Peter and Paul is set to run a race. Now, let's assume Peter is going for 10 kilometers, while Paul is going for 5 kilometers. They are both going to run with their legs. Who do you think will win the race? Paul will win the race, of course, because he's going a shorter distance of 5 kilometers, unless if Peter upgrade to the use of a bicycle. Now, if Peter upgrade to the use of a bicycle, because now he will have a higher speed of acceleration, Peter will win the race. Now, let's assume because Peter is using bicycle, Paul upgraded to bicycle, and they have to move a distance of Peter, say 15 kilometers, and Paul 10 kilometers. Who win the race? Paul will still win the race, of course, because he's going a shorter distance with the same speed form with Peter, unless if Peter still upgrade to the use of a motorbike. And if Peter upgrade to the use of a motorbike, you will see that Peter will use less energy, save more time, and still arrive faster, even if he's going farther. Now, let's assume same scenario. Peter won because he upgraded to the use of a motorbike, and Paul decided to also upgrade to the use of a motorbike so as to win the race. You will see Peter will also win if he still upgrade to the use of a vehicle. And now, the easier you upgrade to the latest technology that have the highest speed, the faster you go, the more time you save, the more energy you save. Now, this is how it is in the transportation sector. This is simply helps to validate the fact that the people making more money than you are not making more money than you because they are working harder than you. In fact, they are making more money than you because they are not working harder than you. The secret of this principle is this: I can always make up a leverage in what I see in ability. I can repeat that again. I can always make up a leverage in what I like in ability. It is easier to make long strides than little advances in life. This is what I mean when they say think and grow rich. Now, it is important to state at this point that leverage work is better than laborious work. Why? It produces more, it saves more time, it saves more energy, it's more efficient, it's more effective. In fact, it's better in every considerable way. Now, the reason why people don't get rich is because they spend their entire life running financially. Now, a person that is using the speed of a bicycle will make much more money over who is walking. And the person will make higher money when you upgrade to the speed of a motorbike. And the person will make much more higher money when you upgrade to the speed of a vehicle. And the person will make exponentially higher money when you upgrade to the speed of an aeroplane. And as I'm talking to you, some people are so aggressive in their finances that they have the speed of a rocket jet. Now, if it is true to go quicker, faster, save more time, save more energy in the transportation sector, it also has to be true that it is easier to make more money, working less, saving more time if you know how to use the right leverage. But people find it so much difficult to believe this. It sounds crazy. And the reason why they will never believe this is because their mind has been programmed on how to make little advances over a long period of time without knowing, without realizing that they could also make great strides over a short period of time. You hear them, they have a very strong negative mind about this. You hear them say, but that can't be true. Now, their negative mind concerning this, they are thinking, they are skeptical. No, they are not skeptical. I personally recommend skepticism. Skeptical means I don't know you, I don't trust you, I will only believe you when you prove you're telling me the truth. But negativism simply means I've got my mind made up. I don't want to be confused with facts. You hear them say, but that can't be true. Well, for you, it might not be true because you've got your mind made up. But in that case, you are not skeptical, you are negative. Now, you hear a lot of people say, but leverage costs too much. Leverage is expensive. Yes, if you think leverage is expensive, and as a matter of fact, you don't want to use leverage, at the long run, it will cost you so much for not using leverage. Now, what I think we have to do is to leave a sector that is not working long enough and look for a sector that is working and learn how to use leverage on them. Now, if you check some sector, for example, if you are working for government work is like a closed system. It's a system whereby you can't duplicate yourself and you can't easily use leverage. Now, it's important to state at this point that the level you find yourself depends how much money we ever make in your lifetime. And this will bring me to talk about briefly on understanding the 4 levels of value. I don't know if you have listened to any of our video on levels of value. Actually, we have 4 different levels of value. And the amount of wealth you are able to generate in your lifetime depends on the value you find yourself. Majority think that more value basically results into more money. But that is not always the case. Because if you give somebody something he or she already have in abundance, it's not the same value with giving them something they don't have. Now, instead of trying to deliver more value at a lower level of value, our aim, our drive, our desire to make money is to learn how to deliver high value at a higher level of value. Now, the simple code for easy wealth creation is to learn how to use leverage and learn how to deliver high value at a higher level of value, because all values are not created equally. Now, what are the 4 levels of value? Among the 4 levels of value, the lowest level of value is implementation. And what is implementation? Implementation is referred to as the level of the doer. They are the doer. And this set of people, they are so important in the economy because they are the economy mover, implementers, the doers. Now, what are the resources available for wealth creation at the implementation level of value? Now, the resources available for wealth creation at the implementation level is your muscle multiplied by time. And don't forget that muscle is a physical resource and time is a limited resource. Now, it's important to state at this point that wealth is spiritual because there is no amount to which you can be wealthy. There is no amount to which anybody can make wealth. Now, thinking or trying to create unlimited outcome with a physical and limited resource is like thinking crazy. That is when it appears impossible for people at the implementation level to get wealthy. Like I said before, they are very important people in the economy because they are the economy mover, they are the doers. Now, because your own desire is to make wealth, you can't remain at the level of implementation. What do you need to do? You need to step up to the next level because it's not possible to multiply physical access with limited access to give you unlimited outcome. Now, what to do is to step up to the next level of value, which is referred to as the unification, from the word unify. Unification. At the unification level, you are not the one doing anything yourself. Unification is like leverage by delegation. You use people to do whatsoever you want to do. At the unification level, you are like a person selling your skills and buying people's time. That's unification. What are the resources available for wealth creation at the second level of value, which is unification? The resources available for wealth creation at this unification level is your managerial skill, multiplied people, multiplied time. Now, the amount of money or the amount of wealth you are able to create at this second level of value depend on your level of skill management. That is when you will see majority of the millionaires, they have fleets of businesses across the cities. Why? Because of their high level of skill management. So if making wealth is your desire, first and foremost, you need to leave the level of the doer, implementation level, and come to a higher level where you will have a high managerial skill to manage people. And it's important to state at this point also that it is more spiritual to manage people than do anything yourself. So it's of a better benefit to learn how to manage people than learn how to do things by yourself. Now, the third level of value is what is called communication. And this level of value is where financial freedom line is being drawn. Those at the level of communication can be regarded as those that are in their financial freedom, in their financial state. Now, what are the resources available for wealth creation at the level of communication? And it's important to state this communication level is second to the highest level of value. And the resources available for wealth creation is your mouth. Using your mouth to create conversation that move the masses. Now, how do you explore at this communication level, at this second highest level of value? What can you do to create wealth? Anybody at this level can be the next hip-hop star. Anybody at this level can be the next gospel artist musician. Anybody at this level can be a movie script writer. Anybody at this level, you can be an author of a book. Now, people find it difficult to assimilate what happened at this level. How do you explain the fact that somebody that is just singing is earning exponentially higher than somebody driving a truck all the way from Abuja to Lagos? How do you explain the fact that somebody that could be writing a movie script in his comfort zone is earning more money than a person hammering nail? It is because you are not paid by the difficulty of the job you are doing. Rather, you are paid by the value you are bringing to the marketplace. So if making wealth is your desire, you want to apply the secret code for wealth creation, you have to leave the lowest level of value and go to the next and higher level of value where you have to deliver a lot of value to the marketplace. Now, the reason is this. Because at the higher level of value, you see you are saving more time, working less, and making more money. And now the highest level of value overall is the level of imagination. Now, what are the resources available for wealth creation at the imagination level? The resources available for wealth creation is your mind, your idea. It's a level whereby you turn your idea to money. Your idea multiply your money, you create your wealth. Now, there is no limit to which you can make at the level of imagination. The only limitation you will have at the imagination level of wealth creation is the one you carry on your mind. So this is simply what I call the secret code for easy wealth creation. Number one is living a level where things is not working and look for a level where things are working and learn how to use leverage on them. And secondly, is to find a way to leave the lowest level of value and go to the highest level of value and deliver a lot of value. Those are the secret code for easy wealth creation. I hope and wish you can apply to these secret principles in your life and see how it dramatically turn your life around. Thank you and hope to see you in our next video.